Alright, I think that fixed it. Alright, I think that... A Yahoo! I don't know where I got lost. I was ranting. I was ranting about MCP again. Anyway, a very quick sum up of what I was saying is if things upset you in any game, really, they only upset you because you let them upset you. And if there's something you don't agree with, one thing that Rob Baer always used to say was, vote with your hobby dollars. So if you see something you don't agree with, don't buy it. That's the only way to like send a message to the companies that make the games and stuff. And it's not a vicious thing. It's just like if they make something you don't want, don't buy it. I like Asgard. I will buy Asgard. I don't like 2 character $120 boxes. I will never buy those. Yeah, seriously, right? The waterfall one especially was bad. Because that is just not a playable piece of terrain. And the funny thing is like you see a lot of people like defend it, which I'm like, okay, you know, whatever. Like they like it. I don't want to keep ranting on this if this isn't actually what people want to hear. But I do think that this is something that people think about. You know, it's just like the waterfall terrain thing. Like you bought it so you could get Killmonger and Black Panther. You didn't buy it because you were like, wow, a useless waterfall. Hooray. I'm so glad I spent all that extra money. Alright, I mix a little white in there just to get that yellow to start popping. And as you can see the difference between like, hey, here's the part with just the phalanx yellow, and then when you start adding white, and you're just like, bam, pow. Yeah, the article, the website description, the vendor advert all said playable terrain. Then we got what we got, and they changed all those descriptions. Did they really? I didn't know that. I wasn't aware that they did that. That's a GW move if I've ever seen one. Yeah, the waterfall is 100% not useful unless it's like you putting it in the corner or something, which it's not gonna be pertinent over there. That's such a GW move. Oh, that's funny. Oh, I should make this announcement. I got a model. Oh gosh, where did I put it? I couldn't believe it actually showed up. Oh no, where did I put it? Ah, crud. I don't know where I put it. I ordered a model from GW in January, and it finally showed up like 2 days ago. It's like, well done. I think I put it over there on my build stack. Yeah, I did. I bought a Bretonnian Lord on that made to order thing, and I just finally got it, and I ordered it in January. Or whenever it was. I think it was January. I was like, well done, GW. Great job. I actually forgot if I had bought it. And I couldn't find a receipt for it, so I kept thinking to myself, like, okay, like, I guess I didn't buy it? And then eventually I finally got an email, and I was like, oh, snap! Look at that, it's on the way. I was lucky enough to pretty much own all of the Bretonnian line, so I didn't really need that much. I just needed one. I needed the Lance Lord, because for some reason that one had just been something I never bought. And it showed up, and I was like, oh, yay! Hooray! If I'm not mistaken, the box is the only piece it still says playable terrain. That's really misleading. It's not playable. Anybody that says it is like is actually insane. And you know, whatever. I'm not mad at anybody, but that's super like misleading. And in my opinion, like if I was like a burgeoning war gamer or whatever, you know, you like MCP's your first game, which I'm sure MCP is definitely an entryway to a lot of people for miniatures gaming. I would hate for that to be like some kind of negative interaction for them, where they go to a store and they buy the box because they like Black Panther or whatever, and they're like, oh, this is really cool. Let me spend $120. It's probably like a whole army or something, right? And then you get that. Ugh, that's eesh. Thankfully, I think most store people would stop it, or at least they would try. So I don't think like that's probably something that's going to happen like very often if it does, because most communities are great. But I would really dislike to hear if some slimeball store manager took advantage of that situation and sold something like that. It's just kind of scummy, is all I think. And it's way too expensive for what it is. You just have to you just have to fill the back yourself. So why, yeah, exactly. Why did I pay 120 bucks? If I'm not mistaken. So the one thing that I will say about AMG, their game's great. Their models, for the most part, are good. They're at least good. Some of them are fantastic. Some are great. Some are phenomenal. But at least on average, they're good. Their terrain is really expensive. Like I really like their apartment building. There is no reason that box needs to be like, I think it's like $80 or something like that. It might even be more than that. $80 for the apartment building, for what it is insanely expensive. It's a really good piece of terrain. Don't get me wrong. Not worth 80 bucks. Not with like a hard plastic building like that. Yeah, way too expensive. Not a fan of that. But thankfully you don't need the terrain, right, to play the game. Because the terrain that comes in the starter boxes and all that is actually enough to play. I think that's fine, whatever. But as far as like premium terrain goes, yeah, eesh. It's not, and again, it's not that it's bad quality. It's just like why is it so expensive? And I say that as somebody who bought it, because I love buildings. I love really nice boards. I love terrain. It is one of my absolute favorite things is to show up to a table that looks bomb. I love bomb tables. But yeah, that was a little expensive. Which I think is one of the reasons why I like Infinity so much, is because the tables for Infinity are phenomenal. Even a bad one can look really cool. Also have it. Yeah, the building is good. It's 100% a great building. But yeah, it's just like, why is that so expensive? Like, give me a 100% infill printed building. I can throw through a wall, and I'll give you 80. I'll give you $80. Yeah, like I know, uh, like AMG like to kind of just forget that like 3D printing's like a thing. Like they like to pretend it doesn't exist or whatever. But and I get it from a business standpoint, they have to protect an IP. I get it, 100% understand it. But at least at like a market thing, you have to like pretend that those things exist at least. And it's like, how expensive would it be if somebody had a 3D printer? How expensive do you think it would be to print a building the same size as the New York apartment building? Okay, so you're a good person to ask. Which one was cheaper? And let's be reasonable, and let's not just say the cost of the resin or the filament. Like, kind of like spread it over the cost of the printer, which I'm sure you've printed like a ton of other things. So that might be like a hard thing to measure, but you had to buy the printer to get that access to that. Or you asked somebody who did or whatever. So like let's just say like you spent the money to get it printed by someone on Etsy or whatever. Also, I should keep painting this model before I keep losing my mind here. I'm gonna paint the eyeballs while we're talking because we're about to come to an end. I can't keep painting because I do have to work tomorrow. And, at 12 o'clock, we got to talk about MOAR. Again, I got to pull the MOAR card up. I know that'll get Wilmar going. I printed a replica of the Sanctum Sanctorum. Okay. Roughly speaking, how much do you think that cost? Finally. Finally. how much do you think a 3D printed replica of the Sanctum Sanctorum is? All right, I printed a Daily Bugle the size of the apartment building. Resin alone, about $20-ish to print. Fair. And resin is probably the more expensive way to print terrain, because like filament printers are probably cheaper. But point was standing. Printer was 4 bills. Yeah, there you go. Electricity and time probably valued around about $10. Yep. Plus the insane amount of prints I've dropped, mitigating the cost over time, like $30 to $40 actual cost may have. Right, and that's what I'm saying. It's kind of hard to like gauge how expensive that is, just because of the fact you're just like, yeah, well, I've printed like literally a billion things. Less than $10. I have a filament printer. Yeah, see, a filament printer is even cheaper, because resin overall more expensive per print, I would say, but you get like just better details. You guys can print models. We probably can't really print models, because I have a filament printer that I like, and I don't use it as much as I probably should. But I love the thing. Whenever I do print, it's pretty easy to use. Like I printed some stuff for Warcrow. I printed one of the clocks. I printed out a measuring stick because I wanted something a little bit more thick. I'm gonna probably print out some Malifaux terrain. 100%. I need to print out a lamp for the lamp lighters, because not having a model for that is actually kind of maddening. Weird sells lamps. They do. I know they do. I know I've bought some before. I think I use them. I might use them for Batman. Oh, actually, I might have to. I might have to go grab those. I might just use those. Yeah, because you can use them for both, right? Because they're on the same base. Oh my God, that's great. Yeah, I think I use those specifically for Batman. I have to double check. Yeah, if I paint those, oh, we can use those for both games. That's a great idea. I need to design some cool stuff to print for a Mojo ball. Yeah, that's a great idea actually. I'm curious to see how Mojo ball kind of like takes the space. Like I'm kind of curious to see how people do it. Lamps are not blocking. No, they are only obscuring, and only to non-seeker models. And when you light them, they become a buff to friendly seeker models. So what I would do is maybe I'll pop them off the base, and I might just magnetize them. So that may cause issues with movement if the base has a thing on it. That's why I'm saying I'd probably just magnetize them. And I might magnetize it for purposes of like when they're lit or not. Like I might paint enough of them to have like a painted lamp and or like a lamp that's lit compared to like a lamp that's not lit. And it probably won't take a long time to paint those because like a lamp is like one color. Yeah, I might just like drill a hole in the bottom and just magnetize it to the base. All right, guys, what do you think of this? I gotta finish the eyeball, but it's coming along pretty good. I'm legitimately pretty happy with this. I won't finish this on the stream, but I'll probably finish this by the time of next stream. As long as I have enough time, I think I probably will. But all that's left is essentially just finishing up the magic, which is kind of one of the last things you got to do. Technically, I'm gonna paint the book. But what
Did you restart the stream?
I did restart the stream, Rylan, because I lost sound again, which is irritating. So I'm ruining everybody's stream streaks because I can't get the stupid sound to want to function correctly. Yeah, I know. I'm sorry, I can't control it. Because when the sound goes out, I can't get it to come back on. I've tried 1,000 times. And Tim can't explain why. Yeah, what do you guys think? I think it came out pretty good. And I'll show him off next week, obviously, when he's done. That's because Tim is Tim. That's very true. That is actually true. As much as we don't want it to be the case, as much as we don't want it to be the case sometimes, he is in fact him. I think it's because my internet is like spotty out here. I don't know why. I can't figure out why that might be the case. Yeah, thank you, Mirror Mage. Yeah, I think he looks really good so far. I think the yellow in the hair is like just different enough to kind of differentiate it from the yellow of the model. Like I went for like a little bit more of a an unsaturated yellow up there. And then what I think I'm going to do, the only things that are really left to do are the magic. I got to finish the book, which also involves... Scared the shit out of me. I am not. No, I'm on a wire. Because I got to switch it between my computer and the PS5. I am on a wire. Yeah, I don't know why it drops. I'm pretty sure it's my internet dropping, though. I might have to contact my internet provider. I'm on a boat. I'm on a boat. I'm on a boat. That's good. Congratulations. Is this pod racing? Gotta love the jazz hands. He's wearing a wire. Oh my god. Yeah, magic, book. I gotta finish the boot cover. The gator down here. And then after that, he's done. And then the base, of course. But that goes without saying. We actually got really close to finishing this. So next week, I'm probably gonna do the surgeon magic book. Like cups and balls. Cups and balls stuff. Based on me playing this game, if a wizard gets into combat, yeah, that's about his only his only way to defend himself is by cupping some balls. Yeah, that's actually true. Excuse me. But yeah, this model will be done by next week. I think next week I will paint the War Medic. The War Medic's very helpful. I suspect that's a model that's going to probably stick around for a while. Because that's like an attachment, so eventually when they do release other units, which I imagine are going to get more elite on some level, right? I mean, the Bucklemen seem like they're going to be the baseline stuff. I have a feeling if you can join... I don't really know how the Medic is going to be joinable to like other units, but I imagine if you could fit him to like a pretty good elite unit, he's probably going to be super useful. Haha, he doesn't know how to use the 3 shisha. Magic book. Cups, balls, handcuffs. What side are we on? Dr. D, how do the 3 seashells work in Demolition Man? I don't remember that direct quote, but I do remember that part of the movie. Demolition Man was a great movie. Stallone at his finest. Yeah, they put the things on their head. He's just like, I don't know what's happening. Yeah. Like, I think an army painted to this standard is going to be pretty good. I'm pretty happy with it. So, yeah, we'll probably do the War Medic next weekend. I doubt I'll be here on Sunday next week. I got to do something next week. But I will be here Monday. If anything changes, I'll be here on Sunday. You'll get the head up. Yeah, I know, Rylan. I'm sorry. I don't know what time the thing I'm going to ends. So if I do get on, it might be late, but I might get on. I am not as bad as Tim, and I know you're saying that in anger, and I'm not going to hold it against you, but you know for a fact that that is not true. I at least tell people when I'm not going to be here. I'm going to be like, yeah, we have a show every Tuesday to Friday, and then don't show up for any of them. Like he likes to do. Don't give the streak up, buddy. I mean, we really appreciate you doing it. I mean, I'm sorry. My problem is my internet doesn't want to work. His problem is he just doesn't want to get on. I don't know his reasoning either. I don't know why he doesn't get on. Dan's I may stream hobby stuff is going to be murder on me. He may stream stuff? What does that mean? When was he going to do that? I love Dan. I wouldn't depend on him doing anything that he says. I'm just going to put that out there right there. He's got he's got a pretty hectic, like, home life with his family. And I think he has full intention of doing it. I just think he gets caught up. Rylan, I'm not going to turn the stream off until you apologize for what you said about me being as bad as Tim. On the schedule for the week, he listed that he may get to do hobby stuff. Did he really? Did he really? Let me look. Which... That's probably under... PCN. I forget where they put the newsletter. God, this Discord is just insane. How much crap is on this thing. I was hoping that I could get another notch on the streak belt when you restarted it, but it doesn't seem... Yeah, I think it might be only by the day. I think. I admit I'm not sure. I don't know how that works. I don't think I've gotten a stream over 3 on much of anything. Where do they put the newsletter in the Discord? Do they put it in here, or do they only send it out as a I think I send it as an email, right? I think I look at it and I think I always delete it. It's in casually generated. If only I knew where that was, you know, because there's so much fucking crap. If it takes me this long to find a channel, something's not right. Okay, you're blamed, Tim. Okay. It's good to know I know who you are now. Casually general, not casually generated. Okay. Dan will be doing hobby streams throughout the week. What the fudge cakes does that mean? If you look at this, though, it doesn't say that Tim is playing video games, though. Today was today was 76 for you, right? For the stream streak. I'm gonna give the streak up, Dan. It means screw screw Ryland streak. I see. Yeah, this doesn't say that he's doing wasn't the Twitch video gaming stuff on here before? Right? Let me go up to the last one. Yeah, Tim's game lobby. Yeah, on Facebook, I think it said Tim was taking a break. Yeah, he needs it. Tim does way too much. Tim is a very busy guy. He's got a family and all that stuff, and he's also dealing with like just running the network. Bro deserves a break. he does so much nothing. Got him. Yeah, on Facebook, I think. Yeah, I love Tim, but that poor guy, he works way too hard. Plus, he's got his day job and all that stuff. So, I mean, if it comes down to it, maybe I could do more hobby streams. I'll talk to him about it. Because if I got nothing better to do, I will come on for hobby streams. Yeah, everybody loves Tim. That's why we all hate him so much. I'm assuming you've actually spent time around Tim. After he's like let all his guards down and stuff, he's like he's really fun to be around. That's for sure. Once he's actually like relaxed, and he's just like Tim. he's really fun to hang out with. Yeah, Tim is a fantastic dude, and he doesn't deserve a lot of the heck he puts himself through. Yeah, at the Death Cup party, he was great. Oh, Tim, I love him. Absolutely great guy. Anyway, guys, we're gonna wrap the stream on that one. Thank you for everybody for joining us. If it comes down to it, I might. Take it easy, Rylan. I'll talk to you later, I'm sure. I might do more stuff in the middle of the week. I'll message him if he wants more content, just kind of going on while he's taking a break. Yeah, I'll do it if I got time. I might be more random than ever if I'm painting, because if I do that, I'm painting whatever I want. I'm not painting like a Warcrow figure or anything. I'm just gonna be painting something that I actually want to get done. But yeah, thanks for watching. Like I was saying earlier, I love you guys. Don't forget all the stuff that PCN does. There's the Patreon. There is some of the swag you can buy from the website. We really appreciate anybody who does all the patron stuff. We're always trying to crank something out, that's for sure. And yeah. And if you ever want to reach out to me for questions or anything like that, just, you know where to find me. Dr.D on Discord, dr.d. D to the D, Dr. D. So guys, I hope you have a phenomenal night. And don't let Aleph get you.
The rebels are terrorists, not for nothing. Remember that time they attacked an in-construction facility, killing over 300,000 people, and they celebrated it. They celebrated it. You're talking construction workers, electricians, nurses, food preparation folk, custodial engineers, all killed at the hands of the rebel terrorist Luke Skywalker.
Hey Tim, I was looking forward to how great this great stream was going to be, since we continue to find ourselves in this position of greatness where you play a game that the rest of the great world has given up on. To celebrate, I bring a joke. Walking home last night, I passed a slice of apple pie, an ice cream sundae, and a lemon cheesecake. I thought to myself that the streets seemed oddly deserted.
Alright, no minimum fishing requirement for this, or I need a...
What do you call a vegetarian with diarrhea? Salad shooter. I like big butts and I cannot lie.
Well,
my brother likes small butts and cannot tell the truth. Each of us guards a door. One leads to an anaconda that is sprung, the other to certain death.
Oh my God, that. Oh. Oh, that's so good. That is so good. Whew. Oh, the misdirects there are... that was real good.